Hey y'all, I'm tired of waiting to put this video out. I don't know when I'm gonna get the title for this car, or even if I'm gonna get the title for this, or if he's just gonna bring 1,200 bucks because the title is fucked up. Maybe that's it. But we've been waiting around for almost 60 days for him to come pay the $500 and drop title for this. I don't know if I have a title. I don't know if you got the money. We're gonna do our daily update here in a little bit when Dad's done grinding, so we can get the BMW in the garage. But I'm going to release this video now because I'm tired of it being on my phone. If we don't get the car, I will do an update on what happened, if the title was messed up, what was wrong with it, all that. This is a 1963 Plymouth Valiant, the twin to the blue car. I traded out some work for this car. Came with a bunch of parts. I can't sell parts that I don't need for this, for what I'm doing. I can't sell an engine. I can't do fucking anything at all to this car until I get the cash or the title for this. So here's the plan for the car. Only thing I have touched on this car since we pulled it apart is I put that Barracuda steering wheel on it. Original wheels in the back of the car. If something happens and you don't have a title or whatever, I'll pull that wheel off. That's it. The car is super clean, as you guys will see. Those are the green door panels for it, which are staying with this car. Basically, you guys will see what my plans are in this video. Hope you guys enjoy. Again, don't know if we're gonna get the car because I don't know if it's got a clean title. I don't know what the deal is. He still hasn't showed up to pay his bill and pick up his car and drop title for this car, if it even has a title. So I will see you guys on the next one, which should be the BMW. So hope you guys enjoy. I want to thank all you guys for about 500. I really deeply thank you guys for watching the channel. I never, ever, ever, ever would have thought I would get close to 500. I'm almost monetized, so please tell a friend. All that stuff to tell you to do in videos. I really appreciate it. I don't like telling you guys to share these videos because it's just not me. I don't like telling you guys to do things. But if you would share it, tell a friend about Poor Man Speed Shop because we always work on cars. I'm always looking to bring you guys good content. And this, I think, is going to be a fun build. If it has a title, and if I even get the title without having to go to court. So, see you guys next time. As always, love you guys. Bye. Howdy, you guys. So, today's whole video is going to be on this car here, this black car. If you're watching this, then everything panned out in the car. We got the car. Now let's discuss what I want to do with it. Alrighty, you guys. So, for those of you that are new, this is a 1963 Plymouth Valiant V200 4-door, 6-cylinder, push-button automatic. 7 1/4 rear. So I want to give you guys what the plan is for this car. The plan is I'm going to build this and gift it to my grandfather on one condition. With one condition. If he gets tired of it, it comes back here to the fleet and we'll decide what to do with it from there. I want to build it and give it to him. So let's give you guys some backstory. This is my grandfather. Here and here. This man means the world to me. I mean, he's my grandfather. Always been there for me, even when times were tough. One of my personal heroes. I always looked up to him. Everywhere he went, I was there. So I want to do something special for him. He's 60-some years old. He's a Vietnam era vet. He never saw combat in Vietnam. He went in 1974 and got out in 78. Good man, really good man. So I'm gonna gift this car to him. My grandfather, though, is a purist. He gave me hell for putting a V8 in that Dart behind that you guys are standing by. So this car will be staying stock for now. It's got a 6-cylinder, the 904 or whatever it is, transmission, push button, 7 1/4. I'm gonna do some upgrades though, some subtle upgrades. It's going with 11-inch drums off of my Dart before we put disc on it. It's going to go with a dual pot master cylinder. That way you get rid of that single pot that's dangerous and I don't like. Other than that, it's staying stock. We are going to put the trim on it. I was going to smooth it out, not putting the trim back on it, just smoothing the holes and make it look good. But I had talked about it with him and he wants the trim on it. The trim is what makes this car, he said. So we're going to be putting trim and bumpers on them on this, but leaving it relatively stock, as stock as I can leave it. Slant 6, like I said, nothing special. I'm not going to hop up a slant 6 at all. It's going to go in just how it is, and we're going to move through the systems on it. Subtle upgrades like bigger drums. I know these ones will do fine with a slant 6, but I have them. They've been rebuilt completely. Springs, shoes, wheel cylinder, hoses. Where these are not rebuilt, I don't think. I haven't pulled the hose off to look. I don't think these are. By the time you price everything out to have these rebuilt, it would be, I don't know, maybe 200 bucks, give or take a little bit. Or I can buy new ball joints because you're going to have to put suspension on this anyways. This car hasn't been really touched. It's pretty much how it was bought originally. The engine was changed at some point to an 82, and the engine's no longer here. I do have a period correct over on the stand, which I don't know if we're going to do. A period correct 225 slant 6 out of 63 Valiant. It's actually the original for the blue car that you guys seen on the last video. I don't know if I'm going to do that or if I'm going to try to find one, because slant 6 are cheap, and by the time I rebuild that one and do everything that one needs done, you're probably going to be at the cost for a new slant 6 or, you know, a good running slant 6 on Facebook. So I haven't really given it any thought. Let's talk about the car. The car, like I said, Valiant 225 basic car. It is a metallic green, which I'm going to respray the outside of this car metallic green before I give it to him. And here's why. Some people I was talking to on one of the forums that a group that I'm in, were telling me that white, with the issues it has, white would be the best color to spray it. I don't want to go white. I don't want to go red because I don't know if those colors will match the metallic green interior. And I don't want to touch the interior on this, which you guys will see in a minute. Is damn near perfect. It has some, the front seat needs a little bit of work and the carpet needs a little bit of work, but that's it. This car is solid. The gentleman that we got off of, we actually did some work for, and with some cash and the car and all the parts. He was going to scrap this car. This car has its issues, but the main things on these Mopars: frame rails, torque boxes, portion bar cross member, rear frame rails, that stuff. Floor pans even on this. Floor pans are solid. Trunk pans solid. It's got one area that needs patched. But the issues it does have is in the quarters, which is, it's normal for a 40-some-year-old car, 50-year-old car. It's normal. The car does have power steering. Now, it has power steering, so the power steering, manual drum brakes, which he should be fine with. He drove cars like this back in the 80s and 70s, so he used all that. Originally, when we did the deal, I was kind of considering V8 swapping it, two-door converting it. I was kicking around the idea, and I thought, I've got so many cars, I don't really need another one per se. Don't really need it. I'm into it for, like I said, relatively good price, about 700 bucks worth of work. I'm into it for. Now, that being said, I was kicking around the idea of doing that. And I was like, well, we'll put a big block in it, because the K-frames on these are the same for 6-cylinder and V8s. It's not like the Dart. So you could put a V8 in it relatively easy. And then I got to thinking, I don't need that. We could build this out kind of affordably. At the same time, I want to do upgrades. Like, I want to check, even if we get a running engine, I want to check the sills. I don't want to put him in a car that's dangerous, that can break down on him. I don't want to do that. If I put myself in that position, that's one thing, but I don't want to put him in that position. So I'm going to do everything I can to make this as safe as possible and as reliable as possible, because I don't want to put him in something that could get him killed. He's lived 60-some years without being killed in a car. So we're going to do that. And I was thinking, well, we'll just spray it army green and put a star on the side of it. Didn't like that idea. That kind of ruins the car, and plus I don't think my grandpa would like that too much. Like I said, he's a purist. So, with that being said, he wants slant 6 put back in it, slant 6. The only upgrades that will be done to this car, and they're not factory, is the power steering, the brakes I'm going to put on it, and that's it. Everything on this car will be period kind of correct. Well, engine probably will be different. Everything else on it will be kind of period correct, per se. So with that being said, I'll give you guys a walk around, which I think you guys seen the car enough, but I won't do that. We're gonna call this Project Gramps. It's going to my grandpa. He's gonna make him a really good car. Really good car. And I'd like next summer, I don't know how much longer him and Dad's got here on Earth, where they over. Would like to be able to take this with my grandpa driving this in either the Dodge truck or the Dart, Dad's Skylark, to one of the car shows around here. We used to do that when I was a kid. I loved it. My grandfather, he's kind of a car guy. He's kind of poor. Well, I'm poor too, but he was poor, and he gave up on hobby. He used to have I think a 52 Cadillac. Might be getting that wrong. If I'm getting that wrong, I know my grandma watches this. Ask Grandpa in a comment down below. So I think it was a 52 Cadillac. It might be a 40s Cadillac. Older Ford, which I'll put a picture of the Ford somewhere in here. And yes, that's me. That's me in the background with the dog. He gave up on it though. He realized he couldn't really do it, and he kind of had two hobbies at the time. He was big into guns, kind of like I am. He's the one that got me into guns, and he was also kind of a car guy, liked old cars. Well, he realized he can't afford both hobbies. Where I'm trying to straddle that hobbies. You know, I got multiple hobbies. But with that being said, this is Project Gramps. If any of you guys have any parts like trim, I'm gonna need some trim pieces. If you guys have trim, bumpers, when you guys have bumpers in good shape, I don't mind a little bit of pitting, as long as they're not like peeling off and just total garbage. What else do we need? We're gonna need rear tail lights, I know that. We need wing windows. So I'm gonna show you guys the car again, and then you guys can check out all of our other videos. Subscribe if you're new. Like I said, this project will be coming up really soon. The first thing I gotta find though is a slant 6. So if anybody knows where any good, relatively cheap slant 6s are that run, let me know in the comments. I think that's about it though. We'll need. Oh, a drive shaft. When you guys have a 63 model drive shaft, drop that down in the comments. Yeah, on you guys. But yeah, if any of you guys have any parts, let me know. And I'll drop a price with it. About that, that's about it. I may be interested if you guys have a parts car and you guys are close to Indiana or in Indiana and you have a parts car. I don't care if it's completely rusted out, as long as it has parts that I can use, like trim and tail lights. I have tail lights, but they're shattered, the lenses on them. If you guys have a parts car, you're in Indiana or around Indiana, let me know in the comments. I may be interested in buying it. Like I said, I don't care if the coal underside of the car is rotted out. If any of you guys have a 2-door parts car that's rusted out, it needs to be a post. It can't be a sedan, it needs to be a post. Let me know in the comments, because whenever my grandpa gets tired of this, he'll send it back out here, and then we'll do something funky with it. V8 swap it, maybe 4-speed, 2-door convert it. We'll do some DD speed shop stuff, you know, 2-door convert it and make it look all like a 2-door. The reason why I kind of didn't want to do that, like why I really was leaning away from it, is the headliner. The headliner is perfect. They don't have any tears, any ribs. It's perfect. And for a 60s car, for a 70s car, but for a 60s car especially, that's really rare to have a good headliner in these cars. These cars usually get filled up with mice, and they usually just totally rust out. But that's about it. I'll walk you guys on the car and you guys can check it out. Alright, you guys, so here's the underside of the hood. This car, like I said, solid. Look at the frame rails. Frame rails are perfect on this car. They are muddy. Like, I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna clean all this up because that's just caked on grease and grunge. Power steering. This is normal. I mean, my Dart was the same way. These things rust out really bad. I don't know why. On every Mopar that I've seen or I've even touched, like even my Dodge truck, the battery tray goes. But the rest of the car is solid. Like I said, she's a V200. I got to clean up the floor a little bit. But all this has to be put back together. Push buttons go there. I have all the parts for this. But look at this. Look at the headliner. Headliner's perfect. The only real rust hole that we'll have to deal with, and it's not even really a hole, is right here on the floor pan. That's fine though. The rear seat's nice, good shape. I have door panels right there. This quarter I know is foobarred pretty bad, so I'm not sure what we're gonna do about that. I might just leave it alone until I get the car back from him. And by that time, I'm sure the things will be a little bit more for wear. And then we'll fix all the rust issues it has. Because as of right now, one of the things is these cars are not high-dollar cars. You can buy a two-door for relatively cheap. I mean, four-doors like this running and driving go for about $3,500 is what I'm finding them on Facebook for. And the grand scheme of Mopars, that's not very expensive. Oh, we're gonna paint it back to this color here. So yeah. Okay, y'all, this is the end of the video. I just want to say, if you made it this far, thank you. Consider subscribing, tell a friend, share it. We have great automotive content coming. Every subscribe, likes, every viewer, watch helps. Almost 500. Get me over that 500 so we can be monetized. Keep watching, you guys. Tons more content. I started this channel like 3 years ago, and when I started, I didn't know how to work a camera really, or even edit. So it took a long time for me to learn this stuff, and I'm still not the best at it. I'm still not amazing at it, but I'm good. I'm pretty good at it so far. This car, I hope everything works out on it. If not, oh well, it is what it is. I'll have $1,200 in my pocket, and it's fly my car. But it's just been a headache. We're gonna do our daily update here in a minute, but I want to say something before. Two things. Deeply, thank you guys for watching. I really, really appreciate it. If you guys ever see me and Dad out at events, talk to us. We like hearing from you guys. We're not big by no means. I'm at 500. It's not big in the grand scheme of YouTube, but at 500 we can be monetized, which means I can make money. I can keep bringing you guys good content, and the content will get better and better and better. With monetization will come, I'll be able to get videos out to you guys, because right now it's just the money I get is the money I put in, and I don't really have a lot of money to put in. But when we get monetized and we get those checks will go immediately back in these projects. Now, the other thing is, this car is Can black, as you guys can see. Don't ever do this to your car. At least if you do it, make it look slick. Don't have spray marks in the doors. This car, I hate when people do this. It doesn't matter what car it is. If you rattle can your car black, to me, it looks like this. To me, this just looks like trash. It's my opinion. This car was really pretty, I guess, when he got it. But he got smacked on the the passenger side. And if you just have a minor accident, don't rattle can your shit. Dad used to get four-wheelers all the time, dirt bikes, that people would rattle can black. And don't do this. It looks fucking stupid. Just paint your doors the green and leave it green. Because now, someone like me that actually gets it and don't want it rattle canned is either gonna have to wet sand this whole car to get that green back, or paint it green. This is just stupid. I'm not a big fan of rattle canning any car black, especially. And if you do, make it look streamlined. Don't get the little lines in everywhere. Make it look like that fender. That fender looks all right. Don't do the blotch, 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 all that stuff right there. The minute that I get out of this car, we will start collecting parts. I need an engine or anything. I do have the original push buttons for this car. But with that being said, there's little things I want to do. like I said, I wanna make it look good. So for one thing, these 13s are gonna go bye-bye. They're gonna go bye-bye. I know where there's a set right now, small bolt pattern, Mopar rallies, 14-inch. That'll look good on this. But it's just getting the title and getting paid, which sucks because for some reason I can't get either. You know what I mean? I would already have an engine sitting here for this, but I've been waiting to get paid. I mean, I passed up on 2 or 3. One was 30 over and looked nice. But as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. I enjoy your guys' content, or enjoy your guys' comments, all that stuff. Stay tuned for Project Grants. Hopefully Project Grants comes through, because I think it'd be a cool build. And if it does, I'm going to get, by the end of this build, my grandfather on camera driving this thing. Because that's what this hobby is about for me. It's not so much the cars or saving the cars. It's about creating memories like my dad, my grandpa, and my grandma. I don't have a lot of time with them left here probably, and I want to make the most of what I do. So I'm starting to get choked up a little bit. But as always, guys, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.